Good morning, friends. Welcome to the channel. Wanted to touch on something. I think I'm coming up to my 1 year not smoking, and actually wanted to make this video to help out others out there who's trying to quit smoking. And I'm gonna throw vaping in there too, because it's the same shit. You can talk all the mental gymnastics you want, but in the end of the day, you're still inhaling something that has nicotine. It's the nicotine thing that's the addictive part, okay? And there are still health complications when you're vaping because you're inhaling the nicotine, fucks with your brain in some way, shape, or form, and it's the same shit. Try convincing yourself that I was vaping for fucking more than 10 years, right? So it's not a brag, it is what it is. So yes, this video is to help people out there who is trying to quit smoking. Now, I'm having my coffee. It's early in the morning. It's a Monday. Getting ready for work. I usually start days really early, and I usually start the days with a coffee and a cigarette. And the background to my smoking is I started smoking when I was 15. I was introduced to it actually from friends, but it's always been part of my life. People around me always smoked, and I always thought it was normal. Now, when I started smoking, it was more so to fit in and just to try something new because I was bored, right? And I absolutely loved it. And even to this day, without a doubt, hands down, smoking has been one of my most favorite things to do in this life. Uh, some of the best memories I've had were around cigarettes, and some of the best advice I've been given have been over a smoke. As an example, when I first started my first job, which is a German company, it is a German company. I remember one of the bigwigs, one of the directors from Germany, Wolfsburg, came down to the Sydney office. A big, tall, German-looking guy. His name was Hans, by the way, and he just gave me some extremely helpful advice that I took with me up until today. So I remember I was in cold call sales, having a cigarette downstairs. I'm like, "Buck, why am I shit at this?" He came down, pooped up his fucking German durries, and he just gave me some mad advice at the time. He was just like, you know what? In order to be successful in this game, there's one thing that a lot of people do that people should be doing, and that is asking for the sale. As soon as he told me that, I started asking for the sale, and I realized, fuck, this is easy, right? As soon as you stop, worrying about things and start being more straightforward with people, asking for the deal, the worst they can say is no. It's 50-50 chance, right? You increase your chances from making the sale, obviously, with your pitch. And the better your pitch is, the higher the percentage. And once you ask for the sale, done. And yeah, that was a great memory over a durry. Some other great memories have been me standing outside in the snow in Japan, having a coffee, having a cigarette, and just thinking to myself, life's great. Or having a donut over in New York and having a durry as well. Awesome, amazing. So don't get me wrong, this video isn't demonizing smoking. It's all just a matter of self-choice if you want to smoke or not. And if you want to quit or not, it's just a matter of self-choice. I'm not telling you you need to quit, because I'm telling you I love smoking. If it was up to me and I was diagnosed with something terminal that couldn't be cured, fuck, I'd buy a carton of smokes right now and just smoke myself away. Hell, if I was old as fuck and on my deathbed, I'm ready to go. I'll Walter White this bitch. I'm gonna get a pack of smokes, Marlboro Reds or Camels, and just fucking down that shit like no tomorrow. So, not demonizing smoking or vaping. Not telling you that it's the worst thing in the world for you. Obviously, it's bad. But if you want to quit, here's some tips that you need to take into account. Now, the first tip is you're only human. It's okay, right? Like, you're gonna feel shitty at certain times, you're gonna get stressed out, you're gonna lose your marbles, and that's fine. You're not a bad person. You need to give yourself some grace and forgive yourself in those times that you feel shit, right? Like, quitting smoking is like losing a friend. It's like, you've broken up with someone, and then certain occasions and memories reminds you of them. Those occasions and memories, it brings you back good feelings. It's like a hug, but you don't have that hug anymore. So you end up feeling shitty. You just need to count your days, be patient, and forgive yourself when the times you do get shitty, because you're not a bad person, you're just human. And that's the first tip I have for people quitting smoking. Like, shit, it's been a year for me. I still think about my friend, cigarettes, but they're not here anymore, right? And it's not about the money for me. The reason why I quit smoking recently is last year I was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm, and that scared the living shit out of me. Because I thought to myself, fuck, my dad had a brain aneurysm, it popped, he nearly died. He got mad fucked up. Am I gonna be like that? So then I got a more cohesive test afterwards, and then it turns out I didn't have a brain aneurysm. So at that point, I had the choice to either go back to my old ways and just keep smoking, or just take a break on it until the day that I'm on my deathbed so I can start again then. So I'm looking forward to that day. But apart from that, I made the choice, conscious choice, to stop. Now, the second tip to help you quit smoking, and this video is all about free choice, is you need to want to stop. If you don't want to stop, you're not going to quit. It's as simple as that. I think forcing yourself to quit, although it's a test of your willpower and it's a good thing, obviously, to stop smoking, if you don't want to, you're not going to do it. The human brain is very powerful to convince yourself that you need to do something, especially if you're addicted to the substance, nicotine. So if you don't want to quit, you're not going to quit. Yeah, you might take a week, maybe two, you might take a month off. But ultimately, when you find a point of time or a situation that triggers you so badly, you're going to do it. Like, not the most recent time, not now, but the last time I tried to quit, I was good for about 6 months. I got a new job, my current job, and then I got thrown in a situation where it was fucking shit. Like, I just got thrown into deep end, like, oh, here's a dumpster fire, fix it. And I was like, fuck, I started smoking again because that was extremely stressful. I just started my new job, I was in probation, and they gave me a task that was near impossible. I did it, but then the result of it was I started smoking again, which was fine. But if you come across a situation like that, how will you react? I gotten into similar situations recently and I've been fine because I wanted to quit, so I didn't do it. I didn't go back to the diaries. I was just like, you know what, I'll deal with it, forgive myself for getting shitty, and just move on from it. So that's the second thing, is that you have to want to quit. Now the third thing is finding your actual reason to quit. So what I mean by that is, why do you even want to quit smoking? Health complications aside, if you're healthy and you want to smoke, again, free choice, why do you even want to quit? Is it the money? If it's the money, use that as your motivator. If it's your health, like me, I got scared to death, use that as your motivator. So you need to find a reason as to why you want to quit, and you have to want to quit if you're going to quit smoking. A lot of this shit is mental, and then you're going to feel physical effects from all this, obviously, because you're getting withdrawals, but a lot of it is mental. It becomes a lot easier if you just give yourself a good reason, right? And you have to want to quit. Now, for me, in the past, vaping has helped. Vaping has helped, but don't be one of those wankers where you convince yourself that, oh, vaping is so much healthier, I'm going to keep vaping and blah, 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 blah. Obviously, it's healthier, but it's still shit for you. So two wrongs don't make a right. You're not, you want to replace smoking with vaping, cool. And if you like vaping, great, but don't convince yourself and bullshit each other that it's going to be the long-term healthy option. It's still shit. You know what I mean? So if you're going to do it, just take it for what it is. It's vaping. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Just do it. It's not healthy. I keep hearing that it's healthy. It's not fucking healthy. So vaping actually did help me quit. A few times, actually. So I started vaping 2010, something like that. On and off with normal cigarettes. And yeah, vaping helped me quit quite a few times. So I think I've tried quitting 3 times in the past, and each time I've lasted like 6-ish months, and this is the longest I've lasted without smoking. So vaping helps, but you need a plan of attack if you're going to do vaping to quit as a cessation method, right? To quit smoking, you need a plan. Usually the doctors here prescribe, because you can get a prescription here in Australia, they prescribe you to go on like six, because it's 12, 6, and 3 milligrams of nicotine. If you're a heavy smoker, which I was never a heavy smoker, I only did like 1.5 packs a week. So for me, it was 6 milligrams of nicotine, not 12. 12 is like a pack a week smoke, a pack a day smoker, sorry. So for me, I started on 6 milligrams and then 3 and then eventually 0. But back in the day, I just used to do 3 milligrams. And then the thing with vaping that people don't realize, and then what annoys me about these wankers who say it's healthier, is that with vaping, you're doing it more often. Because with smoking, I can't smoke in my apartment because that's fucking dumb, right? Like, I don't want this place to smell. I actually treat my place with respect. I can go in the balcony, but I don't want to, right? Like, I don't want to associate this place with smoking. With vaping, however, if I was to vape, bro, I'd be vaping right fucking here. I'd be vaping everywhere. When I used to vape, I'd vape in the car, I'd vape in the bathroom, I'd vape in bed, I'd wake up. Oh, fuck. Like, you would vape everywhere. And that's the difference between vaping and smoking. It's not any healthier. Your lungs are fucked more hours in the day than you are smoking normal cigarettes. And I mean, like, you're vaping more places and you're using it more. So really, in terms of nicotine delivery, you're getting more nicotine on a daily basis when you vape. That's not fucking that's actual fact. It depends on your habits, and your habits normally when you come to vaping is you're doing it everywhere. Fuck, it's not crazy to, do one of these, man. I used to do it all the time. I know all the tricks. So, yeah, man. But yeah, I guess to close this video off to help you out there, you're not alone. If you're wanting to quit and then you're having a hard time, just take your time. Unless you're, yeah, I mean, yeah, just take your time. Free choice. If you want to quit, you're gonna quit. And it's very hard, man. It is very hard. As I said, if I was diagnosed with a terminal illness right now, I'd fucking start smoking again. If I became old, or when I do get old and I'm just like waiting to pass on, and yeah, I'll start smoking again. So I've quit, but it's not forever. I'm gonna start doing it again in the future. Hopefully they don't outlaw it by then. But yeah, man, that's the video. So take your time and forgive yourself. All right? We're all human. See ya.